on now. You can't even do this. Look.
Boom.
Yes, sir.
Man, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy Don P, the West Coast host with the most, right here on the Riding and Smoking podcast. Today, man, you know, I always say it's another one like the other one, man, but this one, man, this one is kind of special, man. This is a moment, man, when the interviewer get to interview the interviewer, man. Come on, man.
No, that's real right there.
I got my dog from What's Hood, Hood Clips,
Yeah.
11.5 million views.
Yeah.
I mean, followers, right?
11.8 million, but who's counting? Who's counting, dog?
Who's counting? 11.8 million followers, man. My dog, man. Always show me love, man.
Nah, I appreciate you.
What's up with you, brother? How you doing?
You know, it's a pleasure to be here, YS baby. I'm in the building. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. It's a good day in the Bay.
Come on.
Shit, like what Cuban say? Today was
a good day.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when you ride and smoking shit, that's even better.
Come on, man. Hey, you know, I'm just trying to vibe, bro. You know, and when I see you, bro, you definitely an inspiration.
Oh, damn. That's real.
No, real talk, because I see you at all the shit. Like, you be at all of the cool things, bro. Like, and I see you posted up with your podcast.
Yeah.
I see you dropping your interviews and doing your thing.
Yeah.
And you do it with ease. You do it gracefully, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I see a lot of people, and they, you know, they all right. They muddling through, but you look like you saucing through.
Hey, look, man, I'm trying my hardest out here, man. These bills, like, I'm trying to, the way my bill set up is like, I ain't got no choice but to be rich at the
Oh, man.
Like, it mean a lot from you though, because you know, stranger to my show, and every time you come on the show, you always bring that good energy. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's been Hip Hop 50s, whether it's been the Grammys, wherever, however we link up, it's always a good time. But you know, I try to work my ass off, man, because what I don't want to do, like, you know, is when it's all said and done, and be like, damn, what if I would have did this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, man, I gotta go out there. I want to leave nothing on the table, dog. I want to get everything.
What's it like even being a podcaster from your point of view?
From my point of view, you know, what it's like being a podcaster. It's like, I don't know, for me, it's like having another child, goddamn. You gotta raise that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Until it can walk on its own. It's like, it's your responsibility to get it to, you know, to that point where it can, you know, just be great. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, being a podcaster, it's been a journey.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot. You know, I've learned more about myself. You know, I've learned how to just kind of really engage people and have a good conversation like this and just really vibe. You know what I mean? Because that's what creates the moments. Not forcing a moment, but just really like letting the moment happen.
Just vibing.
Yeah,
with it.
I've been for real. You know what I'm saying? And you know, being a podcaster for me is crazy because this is the first time I've been full time with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's beautiful. You know, especially coming from radio because I've been doing radio for 10 plus years.
Yeah. Where you was doing radio at?
Oh shit, Orlando, Florida, goddamn Alabama and Birmingham, Atlanta, and then out this way too. So
where you from?
Originally I'm from Florida.
Florida, huh?
Yeah, man.
Man, it's been the Miamiest podcast night ever.
Oh, shit, somebody else came in.
Man, everybody been talking about Miami all night. That's all everybody been talking about.
No, man, Florida's a beautiful place. I always told myself what's crazy, Don. I said if I moved anywhere besides Florida, it'd be Cali. I feel like we could be cousins.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Because the weather's right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the sunshine.
It's the weather, I think, mostly that everybody's it's like really similar. It's like it's always beautiful in the beach.
The vibe. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to get, you know what I mean, between Miami and LA, like, both amazing vibes right there. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, California, Florida, always like that. And now I'm out here, out there in California, smoking and riding.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, man. Hey, it's the same, you know what I mean? But the crazy part about it is, bro, like, when I see you at these events and you doing your thing and mingling with the celebrities, like, when you first start doing that, did you get like butterflies? Like, was you ever nervous? Like, you know, in the beginning, like when you came across somebody big, like who was like the first big person you interviewed and you was like, man, this is crazy.
I'm gonna be honest, y'all never get butterflies.
Yeah.
Shit. Listen, I'm nervous a lot. You know what I mean? I don't even like to use that word, but I feel that shit.
Yeah.
But you know, it's
that's good energy though.
It's good energy. It's like what you do with it. You know what I'm saying? Fear not always a bad thing, depending on how you use it. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how you channel it. You know what I mean? Like adrenaline. Like, you know, you ever been about to fight and you saw it, you know when it's about to go down. You feel it?
You got a channel.
You feel me? It's like, oh, them nerves that kick, but you got to channel that. You know what I'm saying? Channel that fear, turn it into hunger, turn it into determination, turn it into staying focused. And man, he was locked in. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of I channel that. And once really like the mics cut on and the personalities come out, like the vibes just be vibing, you know, I just do me like naturally, you know, it's good, man. I'm moving and shaking with a lot of these celebrities. What I realize, a lot of them just like us, bro.
Of course.
They on the same tight time, you know what I'm saying? Everybody really just like out here trying to vibe and just really connect with a real ass motherfucker.
That's it, bro. People just tired of fake ass vibes because we can get fake ass vibes anywhere. That shit's everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was chilling last night and this lady, she was just at the bar. She was just drunk. You know what I mean? And just being hella human, just acting hella human.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I had to stop and tell her like, damn, I just really appreciate you right now for just being hella human. Because I be around a lot of people who got wearing a facade and it's a lot of shit going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I really appreciated her humanness.
Yeah.
And I think even in podcasting or in any type of shit, it's important to bring that type of vibe right now. You know what I mean? Like I think that's a better way to connect right now.
Yeah, I do my best, man. Like I ain't one of them podcasts that's like I'm here to be messy. Like I ain't finna, you know what I mean, try to pull out your dirt, disrespect you or nothing to go viral type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm on the tight time.
I appreciate that about you.
Yeah, man, but that's the J. Cole route. That ain't the that ain't the beefing route. That ain't the gimmicky route. That's the longer route. That's the harder route.
Yeah.
That's the like, damn, like it's been years before he really came up type situation. But it's authentic, so it lasts longer.
So I was,
you know what I'm saying?
Guys too, like I don't ask crazy questions. You know what I mean? Like I'm not into that, and I appreciate that about you for surely.
Yeah, man. I
keep it dope. You keep it smooth.
Man, listen. I want niggas to get up and be like, yo, I fuck with him as a person.
Period.
Versus, I ain't gonna never come do this man interview again. He asked me about my case, and he know I'm on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that shit ain't cool.
On papers or like, you know what I mean, asking you about your personal life, like, you know what I'm saying? Certain shit, you gotta realize these celebrities is motherfucking people like us too. So imagine you know, you going through some shit with your bitch and then like, you know what I'm saying, that nigga pull up and be like, damn, what happened? What's up with your bitch? You know, what's up with your
like,
girl?
bro, why the fuck you asking me that
like,
bro, right now?
Fucking personal business. What the fuck you work? So I try not to disrespect anybody I'm sitting across from, even if I'm with, you know what I'm saying, Offset, I know him and Cardi got some shit going on too much. It's a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? But the goal is though, another thing I learned too though, Don, is to like be so cool with Don till Don say, you know what, man, you know, I personally got my shit going on with my wife, but you know, I learned from this. Like he opens up himself versus you forcing to bring that up out of him in a way that he's like, damn, bro, why the fuck you asking me about my wife? So I'd rather him make him feel comfortable enough that like I'm having a real conversation with my dog that I'm comfortable enough to talk about it.
Right.
Versus you trying to force me into saying some shit to go viral. Right. And now the conversation and the energy done shifted.
Yeah.
So I don't really be too much on that. Like I want moments, man. I want people to smile. I like when you come on the show. Like,
we have fun, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Our shit did cool too, man. I appreciate that interview, man. That was dope, man. That was a dope, man. Anytime I run into you though, we have a good vibes.
For sure, man. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be Rolling Loud, whatever. You know, but it's important to move around too. So, you know,
I see, like I said, I see you moving around and you going places and doing different things like that. How important is it to get out of your city with your ideas and to move around?
Ooh, you know, for the longest, I was to even be here with you, I had to get out of the mindset of just being the best in Florida.
Wow.
If that resonated at all, because you really think you the shit until you go to Las Vegas and have to stand in line.
Right.
Or you really think you the shit until you go, you know what I mean, outside your city and realize like, bro, we don't know who the fuck you are. That the line starts back there. Back there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and it really hit too when I started doing my thing and moving around and certain gigs I started losing, you know, because I was a host, you know, and I always still host a lot of stuff too, man. I love like that. I feel like the gift that God gave me when I get on the microphone. You know, this is one side of me, but like on a stage in front of thousands of people is another.
Talking that shit.
So it's just like, but I started losing gigs to like people like Terrence J's, and I was just like, shit. You know what I'm saying? What he got that I really don't have. And then I realized that like it's a national brand that you gotta build, that I gotta build. It's like, it's cool to be your man here, but it's like, man, I need to build nationally. I need to find my 106 in Park. I need to find my MTV, you know, my whatever it is that puts me on a national scale that I can build a national brand on. And that's why I'm grateful for something like Hood Clips. You know what I'm saying? It really, you know, I merged with it. I created my ideas. I created a podcast. We worked together with a dope team and a collective, and we created something amazing. You know what I'm saying? So I
What's
think,
hood?
yeah, what's hood? You know, and I've been saying that phrase for so long. It's crazy. I've been saying it on the radio
That's
for
how
years.
that's something you've been saying. And you
Oh
just
man,
picked
like
that.
every time I got on the radio, I was like, "What's hood? Hey, we in the building, 95.7 Jazz." And then that's how I started it. But I never knew they would eventually turn into a podcast.
Huh.
So it's crazy that, you know, Hood Clips, What's Hood, it just merged. I don't know. I kind of feel like, you know, God gave that to me early on.
Yeah,
And,
man.
you
That's
know,
a
sometimes you
beautiful
can just
concept.
manifest something, you know what I mean? And it just becomes a beautiful thing.
Nah, man, that shit is beautiful, brother. I mean, the What's Hood brand is crazy, and the way you push it and the way you put it out there is definitely, I'm sure, a lot of podcasters are
Yeah.
taking, you know, they're looking at your playbook and taking a page. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, well, look, man, it made me feel good because I definitely, I take notes from a lot of different people, man. Like,
Oh, man.
I just sat with $1 Million Worth of Game, man. Those guys are amazing. You know what I mean? Sway's a big influence of mine.
Come
I
on.
love
Shouts
Sway.
out to my brother Sway. That was my next door neighbor growing up.
Stop playing. You know, he's from the Bay. I ain't
He from
even know.
23rd. Like, I'm from 23rd. So literally, bro. And when I was little, I kick the ball over the fence, and Sway would be the one that I go knock on the door, and Sway give it back to me.
Ball.
Can I get my ball? Sway throw my ball back over the fence.
That's
That was
real
my
nice
real
shit.
neighbor.
Damn.
That shit crazy. That's my dog.
That's
for many
crazy.
years.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He's still, it's still just as humble, still just as
man,
cool.
but dude is such an inspiration as well. Like
Yeah.
even me, when I got into radio broadcasting and all the shit, you know what I mean? I always looked at him on MTV and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that shit.
Yeah, you
one
see
day.
what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that was the whole like, you know what I mean? Like I'm looking at that shit like, yeah, that shit's raw to me. And you know, they don't the MTVs and all that shit ain't around like it used to be.
It ain't, man.
So now this podcast shit is like kind of like that same kind of, you know what I mean?
It is. It really is. It's grown to be that, man. You know what I'm saying? In 2024, podcasts are just on a whole nother level. Sway started off in radio.
Yeah.
He's still doing his thing, you know, at KMEL. I think he started off at KMEL, and then he went to LA, and then the show got picked up, syndicated, and he went out. Then he
in New York, right?
Like, New York, Shade 45 doing his thing, and you know, podcasting is just taken to another level now. That like most of the time when people get in their cars or when they go places, you know,
Sirius was damn near like really the first kind of podcast type shit if you think about it, like the way that was set up.
Yeah, Sirius was crazy. It definitely had a crazy wave. I think a lot of people were podcasting before they knew podcasting was
a thing.
Before podcasting became popular and was a thing, because you know why I really feel like innovated this shit and really didn't know what the fuck they was doing, but they took it to a level that everybody had to duplicate and try their own. The Breakfast Club. When they brought a camera and started recording their fucking interviews.
Yeah.
That shit
changed everything.
Like, cause it was a morning. You gotta realize, radio, if you're not listening to it, it's just in and out. It's done.
Yeah, it's done.
But when you can record Birdman coming up there, when you can record Tekashi 6ix9ine and the Soulja Boys in these interviews, and people can forever go back and watch them.
Oh man, they did change the game.
Oh, they fucked that shit up. And then nowadays, I mean, the podcasts are what they are now. But I feel like Breakfast Club was podcasting and creating content before they really knew. It was a radio show, but it was way more than that.
They was ahead of their time.
It was ahead of their fucking time, man.
Yeah, that shit.
Because right now, I mean, before that was Drink Champs and all this stuff, you would go to YouTube to watch whose interviews? The Breakfast Club. Man.
That's true. You want to see the three of y'all, man. Put some respect on my name. All three of y'all. You wanted to go see that. Like, you had to see it.
You had to see that. You had to see that. You know what I mean? So I respect, you know, growing up, just consuming the Breakfast Club and what it is now, and now all the different things they've birthed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I look at Breakfast Club as like that great grandfather, and all us is like nieces, nephews
of that.
great grands and great grandchildren of the fucking Breakfast Clubs and you know what I mean, stuff like that early on that kind of set the tone.
That shit was definitely dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, man. YS, man. Like, again, bro, I just want to give you your flowers, bro, and say that what you've done coming from Florida to the Bay, connecting with one of the largest record labels in the world, period, right? You know what I mean? Tapping in and really, how did you even link up with Empire?
Ooh, well,
that's a good question, right?
That is a good question. You know, I'll be moving around,
right?
You know, since you done met me, you done seen me all across the place in different cities, but that's what it was. Just moving around. I tell people you gotta take risks, man. Without risk, there's no reward. Like, you know, I think J. Cole said it best. Like, how the fuck we gonna get rich if you scared to take a risk? And that's one of the things where I will always bet on myself. You know what I mean? I seen a quote back in the something recently where it was like the first you know, if you break down investment, it's invest me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and I was just like, damn. So I would always take my money and put it into, like, I ain't waiting for somebody else to do it for me. Like what I'm sure you did with yourself is like, man, I'm gonna go buy this shit myself. I'm gonna go buy my tickets. I'm gonna go, you know what I'm saying, buy my hotel room. I'm not gonna wait for BET to book me as the host and then I'm gonna go out there. It's like, nah, I'm gonna buy my own ticket to the BET.
I'm going.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna sleep on my cousin's couch or somebody's couch. I'm getting out that bitch. You know, I'm taking the risk. I don't know what's gonna pan out, but I'm go. And my first BET Awards was like that. I went out there and that's what's crazy. That's what I linked up with Gazi. I was interviewing Dolph at the time. And Dolph had came through the BET room, the radio room, and Dolph was just being Dolph. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how else to put it, but like when you see like 50 niggas all black, PRE changed, and everybody just stopped looking like, who the fuck
Dolph
is that?
Coming through. When he was coming through, he come through crazy.
He come through. It's certain people that when you, and it's inspiring too though. When you see certain niggas move like that, it's like, ooh. Like I seen Hillary Clinton come through one time. I was, that shit just fucked me up.
Lit shit up.
It's inspiring to see how the big dogs move when they come through.
Right.
So, you know, those two different levels, but it was both of them boys, the way they move and it came through, it really fucked me up. But Dolph had came into the room and everybody was paying attention, like, who the fuck is that? That's Dolph. Yeah. And then at one point he worked his way around. I didn't have nowhere to interview at the time. I didn't have my own table. Like all the rest of the interviewers was. So I said, fuck it. And what's crazy, I'm gonna go ahead and you know, kind of toot my own horn in a little bit, because I started some shit early on that I didn't know what was a thing. You know what I mean? So I didn't have a table, like I said, like sit down with the microphones. I see the BET logo on the wall. I said, I'm gonna interview this nigga on the fucking wall. Fuck it, I'm not gonna miss the fucking interview. I got behind the interview. I didn't have a microphone either. I didn't have, like, you know, the handheld microphones where you got the logo on it and shit like that and look professional doing an on-the-go interview. Nah. I pulled out my motherfucking phone. I had voice memo. I said, I'm gonna look unprofessional as fuck.
Right.
But I'm gonna do it on my phone. We talking what? This was probably like 17, 16, 17. I know in the room full of everybody who had their shit together. I was one of the ones that was on the fucking phone against the wall. And I said, fuck it. But if you look at what's going viral and doing numbers and shit now in 2024, it's niggas with their phone in the middle of the street or whatever in the back.
Catching that voice memo.
And here I am thinking I'm being, either way.
You know what you did, you got it done.
I got it fucking done. So I stood in front of them.
So you had another camera filming you, dude?
I had a camera filming me. I told, because I was like, they were like, how are we going to get the audio wise? So I said, fuck it, I'm going to record it on my phone.
Period.
And then I'm going to as a voice memo, and I'm going to send it to you, and then you can merge that shit with the camera footage. Because there was so much nat sound and so much going on in the room. But I did it, and I played a little game with them called Fill Me In. And I always wanted to be a game show host, so I merged hip hop into game show hosting, and I made it like a little 60-second game, and you know what I'm saying, and ask some questions and stuff like that. And by the end of the interview, by the end of the game, you know, Dolph came up there being real stiff, but by the end of the interview, that gangster in him had just completely
and he was
left.
Just chilling,
and he was just like laughing and playing, and like nobody even seen that kind of energy from him, because every interview he did so far, it was like, you know, gangsta ass Dolph. So it was fun. And after that interview, you know, Gazi approached me and was like, yo, what's your name? Where you from? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you. Let's stay in contact and communication. And we did this, and I did the same thing with Money Man, and the energy was amazing. I think what gravitates a lot of time with people, and you probably hear it a lot too, Don. Like, I like your energy, bro. Your energy. And you know what I'm saying? We kept in contact, and you know, over the years, moving around, doing my thing, you know, #1 radio show in Florida, #1 radio show in Birmingham, and then Atlanta, and then came out this way. Then next thing you know, it's just like, hey, let's make some moves. Let's create. You know what I mean? So it's just been one of those times where it's like, man, I tell people all the time, like, you never know when that seed you planted is gonna grow. You know, I planted that seed early on, probably like I said, with like 17. We 2014 now. You know what I'm saying? So I got to keep watering that over the years. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what that is, 7 years? You know what I mean? Of just kind of like.
The day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit.
Yeah, not at all.
You know?
You know, and then you don't eat the fruit unless you water it. Unless you know what I'm saying? Unless you know, take that time to pick out the weeds from that motherfucker too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, plow it. You know, you gotta be attentive to the seeds you planted too.
What's a memorable you told me about Dolph. I know that's crazy.
Oh yeah, Dolph changed my life. Dolph the reason I'm here right now.
That's crazy.
Doing hood clips.
Yeah,
going crazy.
nah, there you go. That's the answer to that question already. It was the young Dolph interview.
I still think about that to this day. I'm sure Dolph didn't give a, you know what I mean, wasn't trying to like do the most here with just, but I'm grateful that I was able to have that conversation with Dolph and you know, bring that good energy up out of him.
Any other interviews that just really stuck with you that you thought was just like, man, these was really dope and really inspirational for you?
You know, Master P always been solid with me whenever we sit down and chop it up.
Master P.
Yeah, man, my brother Money Man. Man, we just dropped a few episodes and it's just going crazy. You know, millions of views right now, and it's just, you know, the game that he be kicking. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that man talked that money, boy.
Man,
he talked that money like none other.
Credit right, you know what I'm saying?
He talks that money.
Get your life together. Like yeah, like the stuff that we've been cooking up is just real crazy. I love it, like what's going on. As far as like, you know, that interview, like that's one of the interviews that I always remember, and I always keep in mind with T-Pain's interviews are, you know, really cool. Yeah. I enjoyed T-Pain's interviews. Kurt Franklin, of course, just because my mama was able to say, "My baby." Tell your mama to
shout out.
Yeah, until like, you know, cause it's crazy because we in hip hop, you know what I mean? So, you know, mama them, they Christians, and, you know, grandma them Christians and stuff too. So until somebody from their genre, so from their world,
something they know and they
something they know,
yeah.
Then they, you know, that was important. I know people like Kurt Franklin, but for me, you know, I always grew up listening to Kurt Franklin. My mama, you know what I mean, everybody like that. So for my family to see like, oh, he working with Kurt Franklin, now we understand what it is he's doing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Now I was like, oh.
Performance, like, you just doing it for the devil.
Yeah.
Like, you just out there and with the sinners and stuff. But when they see you with Kurt Franklin, they see you with Hillary Clinton, or they see you with people that they are familiar with, they say, oh, okay, now we get it.
We get it.
So that was a good one, a big one for me. Yeah. Just for that reason, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of memorable interviews, man. It's hard to say which one was my favorite.
I just know like it's got to be some fun out there, some fun times that you had.
Man, you know, from, you know, we spoke about BET Awards to Grammys to, you know, Revolts to Rolling Louds, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we still cooking. You know what I'm saying? It's not like one thing that's
It's a journey.
It's still a journey, bro.
Yeah, the journey is that's the fun part. Like I feel like people miss that concept, like that the journey is really that's you winning with the journey. Like literally, some people don't even get to go on the ride, and you get to take the ride. You know what I'm saying? And like I feel like a lot of people don't appreciate the fact that they just get to take the ride. You know what I mean? They so worried about trying to get wherever the ride is ending at or where they think it's going. They don't enjoy the fact that they get to take the ride. I mean, when we at the BET Awards, Jay-Z's there, Beyonce's there, and we in whatever room we in, right? It's a table over there, right? It got shrimp on it, right? We could walk over there and eat one of those shrimp. We in the room with the shrimp. That's all I'm saying. You feel me? That's the journey that I feel like a lot of people miss. Yeah. The fact that, like, oh, I'm in the room with these people, but I might not be as rich as them, or I might not be on the level they on, like, or I might not be as famous as them. But bro, if you made it to the room, you did something right. Now what your next steps is and how you take, you know, where you go from there, now that's gonna make all the difference of whether or not you just a person in the room. You know what I mean? Yeah. The next steps and how you blend it after that is gonna be what really projects you. But just don't forget that you made it to the room. And give yourself some credit and understand that where you're trying to go is dope, but the journey and the ride, that shit's dope. That's the dopeness, man.
Yeah.
That's like the Smell the Roses whole thing, but it's like on a deeper level, bro. Just realize you are on the journey, so have fun. Enjoy that part, the ups, the downs, whatever it is. Enjoy that journey, you know? Yeah. And then before you look up, damn, you be like, damn. Cause you know when you knock down levels, you be thinking of the next shit.
Yeah.
You know, we all do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You thinking of the next shit. You think once you did that, you like, but coming up to that Friday when you knew that was finna happen, you was ready for that shit to happen.
Yeah.
Once it happened, you was like, man, what's next?
What's next?
And we do that to ourselves.
Yeah.
But a lot of times we need to go, yeah, that was dope. I did that.
Yeah. That's because you just run into the next thing.
You know?
You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if it's the hustler in us or it's just the mentality of what's going on right now. But it's just like,
It's
what else?
probably a
What
little
else?
both.
What else? What else can I do? What else can I do? Because as soon as you're done with one thing, it's another thing that pop up and another thing that pop up.
Yeah.
And so you never really get time to. It's hard for me to sit down and just really gravitate and be happy with what I just did and created because I'm focused on my next episode.
Yeah. What's
You know what I'm
something that
saying?
would be crazy to? Who's somebody that would be just crazy to interview?
Crazy, of course, a Kanye interview would be amazing.
I
mean, you ain't got to do much with Ye. Ye gonna give you.
Who gonna give you?
You could just sit here and look at Ye and just him look back at you. You got a moment.
Yeah.
He's just one of those people where he just, I don't know, man. I truly feel like he's a fucking genius.
For sure.
Without
a question.
You call him whatever you want.
Without a question.
He's a genius.
Without a question.
He's a genius. You know what I'm saying? A Drake interviewing Drake is still on the list, man. That would be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Jay-Z, of course. Beyonce, you know, that would be
Would you ask Drake about the Kendrick beef?
Would I ask Drake about Kendrick beef?
First of all, what did you think about the Drake and Kendrick beef as it is now ended and done for and whatever? What's your take on that?
Ooh, man. First and foremost, I'm a Drake fan all day.
Come on, man.
I'm an OVO guy.
I can't rap.
I love Kendrick. When I say I love Kendrick, I love his music. He don't got as many vibes for me that Drake has. You know what I mean? Like I can listen to Drake albums front to back and ain't pressing skip on shit.
Yeah, vibes.
Kendrick Lamar ain't like that for me. I'm gonna pick one here or there. You know what I'm saying? I like more of his commercial shit too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Depending on what it is.
Swimming pools.
Yeah, swimming pools, don't kill my vibes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The money trees and you know what I'm saying? Like the commercial shit from him. But I ain't finna like. But with Drake shit, I could just listen to any
track.
It could be the language. It could be Western Road flows. It could be any
of that
random
shit.
number 8 on the album, and it'll be like, I'm gonna let that bitch ride on my plane.
Yeah, he still got vibes though. You feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
Watch you climb to the top of the pole and then get to sliding.
You see what I'm saying?
Some of that shit just be so crazy. I'm like,
you know, but I mean, I think me personally, it really took me for a loop, the whole beef. It really did.
It's kind of mania.
Because to hit Future, when the Future song came out with Kendrick, like that, and it was dissing Drizzy, I was like, well, that's like me getting on a record with somebody and it's dissing you. And it's like, well, hold up, ain't him and Don P cool?
Yeah, like where did that even come from? Like,
I thought Drake and Future was cool. Yeah. Why would you put out a song? I would have sit there back to Kendrick like, nigga, you got to redo this shit. Yeah. What the fuck we talking about? But it was some pressure there, and that kind of, you know what I mean? That I was like, oh, okay. And then, you know, with Cole, I applaud Cole first and foremost. Cause Cole me personally, I know everybody got a different take on it.
Yeah.
I think Cole, you know, he just spiritually, if you're a Cole fan, you know Cole is he didn't make his way here off of beef. He didn't make his way here off of gimmick and all this other kind of shit. So it wasn't surprising to me that he was like, man, that's grown men. We shouldn't. I'm gonna let this shit go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he a grown at like Cole the type that'll be on a bicycle in the middle of New York.
Yeah, he don't even need all that weird shit.
Yeah, like you see him, he ain't got no jewelry on. He ain't got the most expensive clothes.
Last thing he needed to be trying to be just being himself and have people running up on him on some bullshit.
Yeah, and he a family man. Like, you know, he don't be on that type shit. So it wasn't surprising to me. I know the world tried to make it like, oh, he's a bitch. He shouldn't apologize.
Nah.
I'm like, man, if you're really a Cole fan, it shouldn't be a fucking surprise.
If you're really a Cole fan, you know he left the club before it got shot up.
You see what I'm saying? Like, Cole ain't on that type of time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, but Drake, he on another type of time. You know what I mean? And
he funny with the shit. He like to go hard. If you listen to, this a thing, like, I feel like people don't listen to Drake, right? Because somebody who really listen to Drake, like, if you a Drake fan, you would know that Drake been talking shit forever.
Yeah, Drake.
Every song, if you go listen to Nonstop, if you go listen to any one of his songs, he just been tearing in the nigga. Who is he talking about? Because he's always talking about niggas who ain't shit. And just like Drake is always tearing in the niggas in every song. Yeah. So I feel like if you really a Drake fan, if you really listen to his music, you would know that he been saying all type of stuff that he been dealing with these rappers for a long time.
For sure.
I got people I still gotta act like I like. Like
Yeah.
I got rappers that I gotta act like I like.
It's also
shit
that goes on that the common person doesn't see.
Right.
You like them boys, like, A$AP Rocky and Kendrick, Drake put them on their first tours early on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Doing tours with them,
Yeah.
And it's just like, I think the boys are close. You know how sometimes people be close and then over time, like some
weird.
fuck shit happen.
Yeah.
That's what we call that shit in Florida, like fuck shit.
Like real fuck shit. Some real
You know what I'm
fuck
saying?
shit.
Like some fuck shit happen and then the boys just, whether it be about a check, whether it be about a bitch, whether it be about, you know what I'm saying, who verse was supposed to come in on this. I was supposed to do the album with you, but you did it with Savage instead of doing it with me. Like
that type of shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like whatever the politics may be, and then I think Cole wise enough to say, like, look, man, we can't feed in this bullshit because everybody been wanting Cole and Drake to beef since day one, like,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Early on, like, and
he made it so they did the first person shooter and then came together, and like Cole was really not.
He didn't feed into that shit. Either it's easy to feed into that shit when the industry want to make y'all enemies of one another. You know what I mean? And I know Cole was probably like, I hate that I even fed into that fuck shit and responded.
Nah, I'm glad that he backed out. I thought it was cool. I really respect his stance on that.
And he did on his own festival with thousands of people. Like, he could have took that time to pass that.
To go crazy. Like
he got the platform, he got the bars, he could have went crazy. But I feel like at the end of the day, it is what it is. But, Drake, for me, he's still a legend. He's still a GOAT. Like, do I think that Not Like Us is hard as fuck? Absolutely. But then a part of me, too, is, Don, like, but to be honest with you, like, I think Not Like Us will be the biggest Kendrick Lamar song of all fucking time. I don't think he'll create anything bigger.
I do believe that's his biggest record for sure.
I think it's
until then, I thought "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe" or "Swimming Pools" was his biggest records, but They Not Like Us is definitely his biggest record to date.
I think,
and it's a hypnotic song. Like, and I think the beat has a lot to do with that bun. Like, that shit gets stuck in your head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The beat, that Mustard beat. You know what I'm saying? And so I think the record. I think the record itself, you can't really deny it. It's an undeniable record, and it's a really catchy record.
Yeah.
It was infectious, and it just took over.
And then it became a movement.
It took over the summer, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and unified a coast. And I think it was.
It took over the summer.
For me, it was just like, it became more than just a record. It became.
Oh, man, it unified LA like crazy. Yeah. Them niggas all got together, had the gangbangers all out there in front of the Tams like the rest. Like, they all came together. And I think, I just think that's cool. That part of it was definitely cool for people to be able to come together. In the end of the day, rap beef is still weird. But rapping was kind of built off beef. But as long as you keep it fly, I think keeping it fly is, is the way to do the rap beef. I don't think some shit got too personal. Some certain things got said.
Yeah.
Certain things that I feel like was
they definitely said some crazy shit.
I don't agree with some certain shit.
Both of them was saying some crazy shit about families and kids.
It's a certain part in Not Like Us that
pedophiles.
I think that part right there, I'm just like, to me, that's the part that really digs. I don't really like that part the most. Sure. Like, I hate that part. I don't want to sing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the part I just don't want to sing. And I trip off other people who sing that passionately. Like, I'm like, why would you sing that?
And then certain stuff, like, it's so crazy because once you label certain stuff, it's hard to shake that. Like, certain stuff you don't want to play.
You don't want nobody playing with you like that.
You don't play on my name. Like, certain stuff people are, even if it's not.
I thought Drake should have been madder about that. Like, I would have been way madder about that. I feel like I would have been madder. Like, but then being mad might have not helped. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't know. This shit's too tricky, bro.
It is very tricky, man. It is very tricky out here. So it's, but I think one thing somebody told me was they like the beef because they know it will always stay on wax. Those are not two rappers that would take it off of wax.
Yeah. And
I was just like, okay. I'm happy that it hasn't gone off of wax, but, anything could be anything when... I've seen the softest niggas when it comes to pride.
Oh, man.
He done tried you in front of your bitch. What you gonna do?
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? Damn, I can't look like no bitch. I got.
It don't just be them. It be the fans. It be people in the street, too, that's like, oh, I'm going to take up for my person that I like.
Yeah, no.
So you can't like the guys that jump Rick Ross for trying to, you know what I mean?
In Toronto, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a whole nother thing.
You never know.
So it really it could become that. It could not be you. It could be like, you know, people in your city that do something from another person in the city. I believe that played a big part in the East Coast, West Coast, Tupac Biggie situation.
Definitely.
When the people got involved and the people started repping the West Coast and the East Coast, and certain people from the East Coast couldn't be with West Coast. It just a vice versa. This shit happens and escalates, and it's just like, damn, you know what I mean? So, and then you like the lead, quote unquote leader of the movement of the East Coast or the West Coast, you got to kind of look, you know, abide by it. And it's crazy, but yeah, man, this beef stuff is crazy though.
Man, like I said, even when rap shit, like I try to avoid rap beefs, you know what I'm saying? And I see people use it and try to get further in it. But when I look at the ultimate ending of, you know, okay, so you made a song, you talk shit about the dead homies or whatever you said, right? About the ops, you smoked them in the pack. You did all that, right? And your views went up like crazy. Okay, he did it back to you. Bam, okay, views went up like crazy. Now, he in jail, they dead, they in jail. I don't think it's worth the views.
Yeah, nah. I don't know what type of views.
Is it worth the views?
Because the views y'all talking about, like, y'all seeing dirt views from the bottom of that coffin looking up. Y'all seeing bars views, what views? Because the view I'm looking at don't see a successful view. I see a view of some bullshit happening in the future for you.
That's
not a view of you about to be extremely successful. That's why I don't build a career off. I'm not trying to build my career off mess.
That's what I was. My point of bringing that in is because of what you just said. I wanted to say again that I appreciate you and your platform because I don't watch you build your shit off of that.
Yeah.
And that's not cool. I don't care who does it. I don't give a fuck who does it. I don't care about your views. I don't care about your pussy ass followers. I really don't care about any of that. That shit's not cool, bro. If that's what you want to base your whole brand off of promoting these young dudes saying all this mean shit about each other to get each other killed, and you just sit back and get the views off of it and make money off of that, to me that ain't fly. That's not what I'm about. That's not what riding and smoking is about.
Yeah.
And that's not what Don P is about, period. Like, and I appreciate you, like I said, cause that that's something that's serious to me, right? I try not to down talk no other podcast because I still want to go.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, I still want to go on there. I ain't trying to down talk nobody, but I think it's messed up that people try to just to capitalize off of that.
I struggled with that for a long time, bro.
Boom.
As a podcaster, I think that's one of the hardest things is like, man, because you want to blow up, right? You want to be successful, you want to go viral, and you want to do it in a way it's like, damn, do I got to be on some Charlemagne shit, some academic shit, some, you know what I'm saying, Adam 22 ass shit? Do I got to do some shit?
Some Vlad shit.
Like, some Vlad shit that's to really make him, I don't know, make a nigga feel disrespectful and ask him some out-of-pocket ass shit.
Right.
Or like, you know what I mean, just to take it to the next level. And I don't want my legacy to be known like off of that. So I had a conversation with Sway, and Sway was like, man, you can build without doing that kind of stuff.
Period.
And you know what I'm saying? You can have real-ass conversations with Ye without disrespecting Ye. You know what I'm saying? So when I watch him develop and do that kind of stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you don't gotta hate on that girl to get the girl. You know what I mean? I ain't never been one of the ones like, bro, like you shouldn't have to disrespect this guy to show this girl that you the best. Or you shouldn't have to, you know what I mean, do
same
something for clout to show this girl that you the best one. Like you don't want to impress all the girls. Matter of fact, you want to impress the ones that fucking matter, the real ones. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, sometimes people got a lot of fucking fans that's a lot of just fly by night. You know what I'm saying? With this person, but not authentic or loyal, good,
fair weather friends.
Yeah. So I ain't trying to build like I said. I'm trying to last in this business like David Letterman and Oprah and the rest of these guys. You know, I want to really build in media. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Real core people that really rock with you.
Like I want to do this shit until like, motherfucking I'm gray and dead and gone. You know what I'm saying? Like. Like the voice is just like I always remember that voice. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, I get you, bro.
So, you know, and I don't want to be, you know what I mean? People had their moments in their time, Bears, but I mean, like, we all know, like, it's been plenty of times where we heard about this person can't go here or can't go there, or they got beef with this person and shit like that. or even Pac said it best, you know what I'm saying? And I always got to worry about the payback. Some cat that I roughed up way back, coming back after all these years. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat. That's the way it is. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I always, you know what I'm saying, keep that in the back of my head. Like, you know, you never know, man. It's like I said, just like how you can plant those good seeds and they grow, you can plant bad seeds and have niggas in your bushes. And I came from early on. I came from that, like, where see, like in Florida, like, niggas really lay in your bushes and wait for your ass to come home and lay it down. And so certain shit I don't play by. So I put a certain amount of respect on it.
That's big, man. I love that, bro. I love that. And you journeying from down south to the Bay, I'm glad you made it out here because we need that type of realness. We need that type of energy in our media.
Yeah.
And our people around here. Like, 'cause, you know, for me, it's always been about looking at LA, New York, and all that and realizing that we don't have the same outlets and the same media here in the Bay Area. So I've always led to create the media, to create the industry. I've always just been a person on the forefront of trying to create that type of stuff for us here in the Bay Area. So when I see someone who really comes out here, gets it in, and builds something crazy, I gotta applaud you, bro. One more time, man. Let's give it up for YS Baby, man.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Let's give it up for
What's
you too.
hood, man? What's hood, man? YS, man. You want to say anything, man, real quick, to tell the people anything real quick, man?
Hey, man, take every chance, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't look at something like, don't ever look at it as like, what if this shit go bad? You know what I'm saying? What if this shit don't work? What if we start this whole fucking podcast and this shit crash? Like, look at that shit as like, what if you do it and it's the best decision you ever make in your life?
Period.
You know what I'm saying?
Look up.
What if it just take off and you change everybody's fucking life?
Look
You know
up.
what I'm saying? And you mix that with hustle, and then goddamn, I see you in LA. I see you out here. I see you at the all white party.
You feel me?
You know what I
Michael
mean?
Rubin. Come on, man.
Just mix that mindset with hustle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What if this shit might actually fucking work? Well, it might fucking
It's
work.
crazy. It's so crazy. It just might work.
It's only crazy until somebody do it.
Period.
That part.
Man, yo. Hey, yo, this has been the podcast, all right? I got my dog YS Baby from What's Hood Clips, right here on the Riding and Smoking Van with your boy Don P, the West Coast host with the most. And this shit really has been enlightening. It's been dope to hear, man, your output, your outlooks, and your outviews on podcasting and hip hop and the world and all the state of our culture, bro. Thank you for taking time to come in and chat with me, brother.
Thank you for bringing me on, man.
Come on, man.
Comfortable ass couch. You niggas getting direct deposits in this motherfucker.
Come on, right?
Somebody got good credit.
Come on, man.
Come on now, you can't even do this. Look.